Hey guys, Risque here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So last we left off, we finished our final day of investigation for this case. We're about to go into this day of trial. It's gonna take forever. I can already feel it. This is the defendant lobby, alright, but there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma, for that matter? Who gives a fuck? It almost seems as if something's been happening behind the scenes. What's up, boyfriend? Edgeworth. Knowing you, you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 7777777 ID number is, that is. Anyway. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Fucking owl-looking bastard. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still a room for doubt regarding the ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True, not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, right, and Chief Prosecutor Skye will be found guilty. But she didn't do it. I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you had to say. This is the first time he's ever done something like this. Edgeworth, I think you might be falling in love with me a little bit. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. The truth? Everything goes back to the SL9 incident, because of course the fuck it does. Don't be stupid, today's the last day of the trial. I don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. Now think about it. See you in court, right? See you later, lover. This is it. If I'm ever gonna find out what Chief Gant has on her, it's now. Okay. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Oh, honestly, I completely forgot the judge existed, and he's dumber than everybody else in this game. I might kill him. I might go through the screen into the Phoenix Wright universe and kill him. Y'all remember last year when there was that video of that guy in court and he like jumped over the judge's like thing to like tackle her? That might be me. It just might. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make. Oh dear God. Chief Gant. What's up, you son of a bitch? Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, Edgy, been back to the pool yet? No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. No, that's a good one. Don't think I could top that. You don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours? Lana, that is to say the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. She wants to do what? Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. Oh dear God. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. It's not gonna save anybody any time and trouble. It's gonna make me have to fucking do backflips to undo the damage she's about to do. God, fucking, I hate this game. What's this all about, defendant? I'd just like to make one simple request and I'll be finished. Well then, what's your request? Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Huh? I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. No, Lana. You can't. Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. I say deuces. You want to go to prison for something you didn't do, that's your fucking deal, bitch. It's not mine. It's not my problem. I'm going home. I'm going to get food, and I'm going home, and I'm going to smoke, and I'm going to watch Real Housewives, because this is bullshit. Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. Prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I'd like you to render your verdict now, if you please. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. Her request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise. This can't be happening. Oh, if only it ended that quickly. No. It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant...
Objection!
One moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth. Prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature. Come now, Worthy. I understand this is a difficult time for you, but why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut, I want to kill him. I want to take Edgeworth's knife and shove it into Gam's eye socket, and then, like, swirl it around a little bit. And then I'll pull it out, and I'll use it as a fucking olive for a martini. I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant. What? Damn, Edgeworth got balls, okay. Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. Damn. Okay, Edgeworth, suddenly become the MVP. With the sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes. Some kind of deal, Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy. I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness. Oh, to whom? As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, I am exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue. I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it. Very well. The court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Gant? Who gives a fuck what he thinks? Worthy, you'll live to regret this. Mark my words. Miss Emma Skye, please take the stand. Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. Oh, Lord, okay. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Emma Skye. My occupation? I'm Lana's little sister, and I want to be a scientific investigator. 2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct? Yes. I'm trying my hardest to forget about that, though. I'm sorry. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant? So, when was it resolved? 1 year? 3 years? I don't know. I couldn't remember after the 17 trillion bajillion cajillion times they've said it in this case. I get it. It was 2 years ago. I know. Yes, it most certainly is. Well, okay then. He sure gave in fast. Now, please testify about what happened to you. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial. I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Marshall rescued me, but I'll never forget what I saw in that instant. The man raised up his knife and stabbed Mr. Marshall in the chest. It's a good thing you weren't harmed. I passed out. I don't remember much. That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? That will soon become apparent, Your Honor. You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Okay. Being in my sister's office that day, I mean, I guess we should just press everything. 2 years ago, the defendant was a detective at the police department, correct? Yes, she was second in command under then Deputy Chief of Police Gant. My sister. She was the best detective ever. Yes, I remember. Deputy Chief Gant and Miss Skye used to be quite the pair. I believe they shared the same office. That's right. I'd always sit at my sister's desk and dream about playing that organ. I wanted to play it that day, too. The police department and the prosecutor's office held a ceremony that day. Lana promised to take me to dinner after she finished her work. Man came running in and took me hostage. Okay. A man? Yes, Joe Dark. He was a serial killer. Joe Dark was brought in for questioning on the day of that ceremony. We were desperate to get anything on him that would lead to an arrest. When he saw his chance, he fled the room, right? Upon fleeing the room, Dark proceeded to take the elevator. He must have been in a panic because the elevator was going up. Then he ran into Skye and Gant's office. There was a lot of noise coming from outside, so I opened up the door to have a look. That's when I saw him. Okay, Neil Marshall rescued me. What was the prosecutor doing there? That day there were 2 people present during Dark's questioning. Deputy Chief Damon Gant and Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Almost forgot about Gant. Neil Marshall had just received the King of Prosecutors Award. Young and dedicated, he went straight to the questioning room after the ceremony. I assumed that would also be why he was the first to run after Dark. When Dark grabbed me, I thought I was as good as dead. And that's when Prosecutor Marshall came running in? I don't clearly remember what happened then, but never forget what I saw in that instant. Can you tell us about that? Mr. Marshall jumped on Dark. Just then, the lights went out. The lights? It was just about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on and lightning struck nearby. So the electricity went out. Wait a minute. It was pitch dark in that room. You shouldn't have been able to see anything, right? Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of the scene in my mind. I see. I told the detective about what I saw then. The detective? Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case. Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago. Oh my god, how many more times are we gonna say it? How many more times are we gonna say it? They really know how to fucking beat a horse to death in this game. Oh my god. Yes, that's what's so scary about this trial. And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw? Yes, but at the time the words just wouldn't come out. That's why I drew a picture. A picture? The one on the back of the... on the back of that piece of paper? Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough? This picture the witness drew, I believe it has a very important meaning. But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture, but mine did. Witness, would you mind if we added the statement to your testimony? Yes, Your Honor. Seems to have been lost. You mean this one? Mr. Edgeworth, this little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet you would insist on denying its existence? Huh? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture. That may well be, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold, this is the evidence list for the SL9 incident. Please turn it over, Your Honor. Turn it over? Turn it... He really was struggling with that? Are you kidding me? Yeah, what's this? Yes, what is that? Hey, that's it! That's the picture I drew. Indeed, 2 men appear to be wrestling here. What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list? Me? Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. Huh. These lists, they're different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one. You can see the marks here where they were torn apart from each other. So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happened. Only half of the evidence in that case ever reached you. What? Oh, Edward's about to crash. Edward's about to crash out. Order, order. But Miss Skye, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list? Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor. Wait a minute. If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor? Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list. Yes, that's quite conceivable. Mr. Edgeworth? It's possible. Let's see. Is something wrong? Do you even have to ask? Sorry, Your Honor. There is indeed something drawn on the back of my list. It's that thing. Oh dear God. That's that thing. And this fucking music. It's almost over, it's almost over, it's almost over. That thing that was dancing in the evidence room. Clearly, this act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives. Guess he was out of scrap paper. Evidence list restored and updated in the court record. Very well. Witness, will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago? We know when it was. We know when it was. Yes, sir, Your Honor. What's wrong with Emma? She seemed to be thinking about something when she was looking at that picture. This is the picture I drew. The flash of lightning was so bright all I could see were shadows. After that I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind. Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw 2 years ago. Well, I don't see any contradictions here from 2 years ago. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder prosecutor Neil Marshall 2 years ago. The defense may now begin its cross-examination about the events that happened 2 years ago. Are you sure it was 2 years ago? Did you draw this picture right after the incident 2 years ago? I think I drew it 2 or 3 days later, 2 years ago. At first I was in such a state of shock that I couldn't do anything 2 years ago. During that time, 2 years ago, the investigation team was reorganized 2 years ago. Detective Goodman was placed in charge 2 years ago, under the direction of Damon Gant 2 years ago, and Lana Skye also 2 years ago. 2 or 3 days later, 2 years ago. The memory should still have been fresh in her mind. It was only 2 years ago. Excuse me, witness. 2 years ago. Can you please tell us why this picture is painted all black? I mean, you should still remember it was only 2 years ago. Flash of lightning was so bright all I could see were shadows. Okay. So the time you didn't even know it was Mr. Marshall who had come to your rescue? I can't talk. No, I couldn't see him clearly. The lighting was so bright and I was knocked to the floor. You were knocked to the floor? Dark had a tight grip on me, but when Mr. Marshall jumped on him, I was knocked away. I turned around, and that's when the lightning flashed. Poor Emma. I'm just glad she wasn't hurt. I'm not. What happened after the lightning flashed? After that, I must have fainted. You mean you didn't see the actual murder take place? No. No, I'm sure Gant did it. I'm sorry. The flash of lightning only drove off the darkness for a split second. Not only that, but the trauma of the situation understandably caused the witness to faint. Do you really need to torture this girl any further? What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy here. Anyway, this picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. Sorry for asking so many times, but are you sure you drew exactly what you saw? Of course, this is the exact scene. It wasn't influenced in any way from your talks with the detectives. Yeah, Gant put some shit in her head. Are you insinuating we somehow manipulated her memory, Mr. Wright? No, of course not. I'd better watch out or he might find some way to cut my salary. I drew this picture before I heard anything from the detectives, so I don't think anyone's story would have influenced me. Mr. Wright, is there something that's bothering you about this picture? Huh? Oh, well... That's strange. She claims this is exactly the scene that was imprinted in her mind, and yet... There's clearly a contradiction here. There is? Okay. We'll figure it out in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share this with your friends, hit the bell so you don't miss an upload, and I'll see you guys next time.